Urerorera Kameme TV.
Cihandĩte wega thaa mũgwanja mĩaraho mũthia tarĩki 29 nĩ kerĩ ga kiumia mweri ũyũ wa mũgwanja kana mweri wa gathano nĩ mweri wa heho no iragĩthiĩ na mbere igĩkundĩrĩte na nĩ ndoka ngũmenyithie marĩa mahanĩkĩte thĩinĩ wa ituri itiganĩte cia bũrũri gũkũ na nja wa Kenya. Hota mũtugo niĩ njĩtagwo Mwaũra wa Ndung'u na twĩna Wangũi wa Mwangi mwena wa metha ya ũtaũri. Tukĩambĩrĩria, Stephen Munyaho nĩarĩkĩtie gũcokereria gũkũ bũrũri-inĩ thutha wa gũkorwo hetwo kwa ihinda rĩa mĩaka 14 bũrũri-inĩ wa Saudi Arabia agĩkuruhanio na gĩkuũ kĩa mũndũrũme mũraiya wa bũrũri wa Yemen na ũrĩa marutithanagia wĩra nake kũrĩa atuĩrĩirwo gĩkuũ. Famĩlĩ yake mwamũkĩrire kĩroko kĩa ũmũthĩ na ndũhiũ gũkũ magĩcokeria thirikari ya Kenya ngatho nĩ wĩrutĩri mũnene na kũmateithĩrĩria kwaranĩria na thirikari ya bũrũri wa Saudi Arabia nginyagia mwana wao ararekererio. Munyaho ohirwo mwaka wa 2021 na ciringi mirioni 129 nicio irarĩhirwo nĩguo arekererio.
My presence here today is nothing short of a miracle. And I want to begin by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the gift of life. I want also to thank everyone who prayed for me, encouraged me, and contributed towards my freedom and return home. Some of you, I know, but the vast majority, in your tens of thousands, was simply touched by my misfortune of a total stranger. I'm grateful to Allah for this second chance that I have been granted. It's wonderful to be back home. I'm so saturated, and indeed, I need a rest.
My firstborn, the first fruit of my womb. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Allah, for this wonderful, wonderful gift of life. Thank you for each and everyone, and especially my media colleagues.
And so even as I told Mama Dorothy that government would do everything that it could to bring Steve back home, I honestly wasn't sure how we would do it, because the conditions for his release were pretty onerous. Not only was the judgment already rendered and the appeal already determined, but the dates for his execution were already set. And that the only thing that could overturn that execution was the payment of an amount of $1 million to satisfy the judgment. And that even the payment of that $1 million would not be sufficient without the endorsement and the acceptance thereof.
Na rĩu tũgũkĩra riboti ĩngĩ ĩgiĩ gĩthomo kũrĩ arutwo hamwe na atongoria kuma mwena wa Naivasha Nimakomithetie thirikari kumana na ndumiriri ire iriga kurekererio ni Minister wa Kigina John Mbadi akiuga thirikari ndiri na uhoti wa kibesha kurugamirira githomo gitari marihi mukiuga itacokia tariri niri gutunyukithia arutwo aingi mweke wa mathomo. Maugite namba nene ya mbeu njithi aria mari ku ihinda-ini riri ni aria magunekire na githomo gitari marihi thukuru-ini cia muthingi na secondary. Igerio riothe ria kunina githomo gitari marihi ni kuima ciana kihoto kiao ta uria Wangui wa Mwiruri aratariria.
Muingi na atongoria no mathiete na mbere gukirira thirikari kumana na miario ya Minister wa Kigina John Mbadi akiuga thirikari ndiri na uhoti wa kurugamirira githomo gitari marihi kumana na moritu ma kibesha maria magomeire bururi. Makiaria mari mwena wa Naivasha kaunti ya Naikuru, atongoria a arutwo thiini wa university maugite undu uyu ungituika ni ugukinyanira ni ugutunyukithia arutwo aingi kihoto kiao gia kwigwatira mathomo.
Education system in Kenya is collapsing. Guys, bana Kibaki alituachia free education. Lakini sasa sisi tulisoma na free education. Wanataka wazazi wetu, watoto wetu, mabrother zetu wasome na nini? Bana, maliza kila kitu ingine yote president, but usiguze education.
I can take that as a political battle because the government is saying that every Kenyan have a right to free primary and secondary education, but CS Mbadi is there claiming that there is no fund.
Maugete ni kieha kuona thirikari ikoretwo na wanangi munene wa besha handu ha kuiga muharine wa mbere maundu maria marahutia muingi.
In the entire Nandi we have 1,000 schools zenye ni ghost schools, 1,000 schools zenye ziko ghost.
Reject tribalism being perpetuated by the politicians ahead of the 2027 general election, which continues to divide us and to deny us true unity as a nation. We reject the looters of public resources, both past and present, who have led Kenya into crisis after crisis.
Oho ni mokireire thitango ciotoi iria mbeu njithi ingi aria maikirio ngono hindi ya mirurungano mathitangitwo nacio na muigana wa besha nyingi iria maretio niguo marekererio. Makiuga aingi ao mabatie gwetherwo mieke ya mawira.
Sisi tuko skilled na tuko na makaratasi za kuprove tuko skill, lakini hakuna hiyo connection. Tunaambiwa kila kitu sasa ni bribing. Ukitaka kitu ni pesa, na hiyo pesa hiyo ya kubribe ndo hakuna. Maisha inakuwa ngumu, tunajituma lakini hakuna.
Serikali ndio iko na opportunities, but it is as if this government have become a company. Tulikuwa na hii kazi mtaani sasa ambayo ni climate change. There was poor communication. This work za kazi mtaani wapeana kwa wingi.
Gerifotera Kameme TV ni Jetagwa Wangui wa Mwiruri.
Tukiuma kaunti ya Naikuru tuthie kaunti ya Kirinyaga kuria kumana na kuhibirio kwa mashini urimi wa mucere. Mwana wa moya kaunti ya Kirinyaga ru arimi ni mahuthirio wira na garama ya kwandika aruti a wira kuona ru mashini icio ni irahuthika kuringana na arimi. Mucere ndronera hindi ya kuhanda hamwe na kugitira kumana na kurego ni dinoho. Ketwamukire ripoti hiyo.
Thikimu-ini ya mucere ya Mwea kaunti ya Kirinyaga riu arimi ni mahimbiirie njira cia kiriu cia urimi wa mucere ta uhuthiri wa mashini ari kuhanda na kugetha mucere, wira uria ukabere unandikagirwo andu maurute. Kuringana na arimi riu mashini ciukite kuthia wira mwena kumahonokeria besha kuona gicunji kinene kia mucere kirakorwo gikiurira hindi ya kuhanda.
Ikemwe ihanditwo na mashini turahuthira kilo 10 tu cia mucere, ugiringithania na ati wa kuhanda na moko ni ika 30. So ugika mathabu hau ungihura maita ni ukuona murimi arengeirwo thogora wa muhandire ucio na nuthu, na mashini hindi ria kuhanda nayo ni koragwo very efficient.
Mugunda-ini wa eka 2 mashini irahuthira mathaa meri kuhanda mucere na gutigirira gutire mucere worira.
Gitumi kimwe raini tondu advantage icio raini tungitugutara no thi kahinda kanini muno thiini wa mathaa. Undu uria ungi raini ni advantage kuringana ruo ndatareria wena advantage ya mucere gukorwo raini, mashini ni gukunyihiria ko ni bei ni gukunyihiria bei ya muhandire. Na undu uria ungi ketuge technology ore turathi na mbere ni tukubatarania guthio na mbere gweka kwa defense thiini wa nginya urimi.
Ruhonge rwa uthuthuria wa mimera KARO hamwe na ruhonge rwa urimi wa mai National Irrigation Authority makoretwo makendekithia arimi kuhimbiria njira cia kiriu cia urimi wa mucere ta uthiri wa macini uhandi-ini kurimira na kugetha.
Turarehe kindu gigwitwo macini nigetha tugerie kuhonokeria andu mathaa ukahonokia mbeca na bado no tugukorwo tugikiriete nafasi ya mawira hari youth tondu no twende nginya youth magerie gukorwo makirora matige kurora ati macini ni ramatunya wira no magerie kurora uria mangiteithika na macini iyo. Ta riu group ndirae nayo ya youth niguo ndirageragia kumatariria ati macini ino ingihota kuruta wira a youth ni makuhota kunyitana a youth 10 makagura kamacini kau na makahota guthondeka mbeca nyingi muno hari season iyo ya mucere gukira rira maiko makihanda na moko.
No na kuri uguo macini ici cia gutiga namba nene ya ikari matari na mawira kuona guku nikuo monaga ibarua. Handu-ini ya Kameme TV kuma thikimu-ini ya mucere ya Mwea kaunti-ini ya Kirinyaga gitagwo Wainaina wa Kiarie.
Igatho Wainaina wa Kiarie tugukire uteti utongoria wa kiama gia PNU ni ukirire thirikari ya President William Ruto kumana na uge wa atiko ya thirikari ire mone gukinyania githomo gitari marihi mathukuru-ini ma muthingi na secondary. Makiaria na andiki ya mohoro atongoria maugite nikie hakuona githomo gia tuhu kiria kiambiririo ni thirikari ire obirwo ni mwambiriria wa kiama giki President Mwai wa Kibaki igithigithio. Ho ni maugite thirikari ya President Ruto ni irahitithio ni minister wa kigina John Badi uria maugite ndari na umenyo ruhonge-ini ruru.
It is these guiding principles that saw the arduous implementation of the free primary education in 2003, a flagship policy under the party's then party leader, Honorable Mwai Kibaki. The free primary education policy, as the greatest social equalizer, has managed to pull millions of Kenyans from poverty and empower even more. The current Gen Z movement across the entire country is testament to this. It is thus with deep frustration and concern that the Party of National Unity is today forced to address and condemn Kenya Kwanza administration's calls to scrap and or scale back on free education inherited from successive governments. Even the mere thought of this is quite detestable. Since the implementation of free primary education in 2003, national literacy rates have grown from about 69% to over 80%.
Today, Kenya is getting about 720 billion from diaspora remittance, which is the highest amount which has ever been received. And this figure can be driven higher if we educate our people. We therefore urge the government to look at the gains which we are getting from diaspora, which is supposed to replace the import or to help cover the import cover, which currently is very high.
Never envisioned that a time will come when we will have a leader who will make sure hard for Kenyans to access education. I myself am a product of education. When I was joining university, was it not for the government-sponsored fund, I would not be sitting here and addressing Kenyans, because I didn't come from such a good background. Where will the children who come from poor background get education? Where will be their dreams, their aspirations? In this country, Ruto is killing the dreams and aspiration for any young person to dream of becoming anything in this country.
Tugithie na mbere atongoria aria manyitaga mbaru thirikari ni mateteire tabarĩra ngũrani cia thirikari iria irathie na mbere makiuga ire na muoroto wa kũgĩrithia mĩtũrĩre ya Kenya. Matongoretio ni minister wa ũruti wĩra wa mũingĩ Geoffrey Ruku. Atongoria aya maugĩte ona gũtuĩka kũrĩ na mageca mareyumĩria tabarĩra-inĩ imwe, thirikari nĩ ĩkĩrire gũcenjia mĩtũrĩre ya mũingĩ na gũkũria ũtonga wa bũrũri. Oho Ruku nĩ arutĩte mũkana kũrĩ maabitha a thirikari arĩa maragondera wĩra-inĩ wao akiuga matikũheo mweke.
Vile vile Mheshimiwa Rais amehakikishia kwamba affordable housing program phase 2 ambayo inaanza. Kwa hivyo ningeomba ya kaunti wale ambao wako na ujuzi ya ufundi tofauti, useme wewe ni wa Laikipia na
serikali inajenga masoko, kama serikali inajenga barabara, kama serikali inawapatia basari za shule, kama serikali inapatiana fertilizer ya bei rahisi, kama serikali kwa kweli inafanya kazi kweli, tunaweza piga hiyo serikali, si tunaiongezea iendelee na kazi? Na ndio maana nauliza, kama kazi imefanyika kwa miaka 3, hiyo kazi tunaiona, na basi miaka 5 kazi gani itakuwa imefanyika? Si ni kazi kubwa?
Na sasa mimi natoa wito kwa wafanyikazi wa serikali mahali popote wako, jameni, all the public servants in the Republic of Kenya, lazima tujitume, lazima tuanjibike, lazima tufanye kazi na bidii kama vile rais wa Kenya analitolea. Tuhakikisha kwamba tuko katika maofisi yetu mapema, tuhakikisha kwamba wananchi wa Kenya ndio customers wetu, tunawaongeleshea vizuri na heshima, tunawahudumia na heshima, na tunawahudumia kwa haraka iwezekanavyo. Na tuhakikisha kwamba the issues of corruption in our offices, in the government offices, the President of the Republic of Kenya ako na wito ya wafanyikazi wa serikali. Mambo ya ufisadi tuweke kando, na yule ambaye anapatikana anachukuliwa hatua ya kisheria ambao ni hatua ambao iko sawa sawa. The government of the President William Ruto, it is not tolerating corruption, it does not tolerate raceness, it is committed to ensure we have a working public service.
Na tũgĩthiĩ na mbere, mũnini wa mũtongoria wa bũrũri Profesa Kithure Kindiki nĩ atĩtĩrithĩtie thirikari ya Kenya Kwanza rungu rwa President William Ruto no ĩgũthiĩ na mbere na kũrugũria tabarĩra cia ũthii wa na mbere guothe bũrũri-inĩ arĩ ta njĩra ya kũrĩmĩra ũrũmwe wa kĩbũrũri na ũkũria wa matũũra itũũra-inĩ ciothe. Kindiki araragia mwena wa gĩcũa-inĩ kũrĩa aracemanirie na mbunge 30 kuma kaunti cia Mombasa, Kilifi, Kwale, Taita Taveta, Lamu na Tana River, kũrĩa augĩte waki wa barabara, tabarĩra cia kũgacĩrithia ũtonga wa maĩ nĩ gatagatĩ ka ingĩ no irathiĩ na mbere.
The request is that now when the budget came out, there's
no. It was, as having said that, because of time, I want to open it.
Naona kama watu wako tayari kuzungumza. Kwa hivyo tumeandika barua kwa Minister of Education, watu wananiambia wewe uko broad base. Wapi?
Earlier, sorry.
For cashew nuts.
Exactly.
This is the first administration which has spent a significant amount of national resources to promote the blue economy. No other administration has invested in developing infrastructure and supporting communities which derive their incomes from fishing and the blue economy. I have looked at the statistics of the projects we are doing around the Indian Ocean, from Kwale all the way to Lamu, and it's very impressive. The fish landing sites, the grants that we have given to beach management units, the fish factory, I think the Shimoni one now is now complete. The Liwatoni one, we had legal issues, but we are resolving that. But I'm happy. I think that this investment is going to really help increase productivity around fisheries and the blue economy. And that benefits, I think, at least 5 of the coastal counties, except Taita Taveta, and then Lake Victoria, the Lake Victoria counties, I think, and 1 Western Kenya county, from Migori all the way to Busia, another 5 counties, which had been forgotten when we were looking at transforming and empowering communities and livelihoods.
Kuma gĩcũa-inĩ tũcoke gũkũ Nairobi, kũrarĩ na gĩthagathaga nyũmba-inĩ ĩmwe gũkũ Nairobi thutha wa igoti rĩa gũtuithania macira ma marĩhi ma nyũmba wathana mwonjoria Chris Obure acoke nyũmba-inĩ ya Senteu kũrĩa ahamũrithirio mĩeri 2 mĩhĩtũku. Itua rĩrĩ rĩrakinyanĩirio nĩ mũcirithania Cyprian Mugambi ũrĩa ũrathire OCS wa Kilimani ateithĩrĩrie mwonjoria ũyũ acoke nyũmba-inĩ ĩyo na agagwĩtĩkĩrio acoke gĩa thayũ no atue nyũmba ĩyo.
my voters, wale ambao tunataka kufanya nao kazi. Si hao wavae ndio mashati.
Ndio mashati zetu eh?
Sasa umemanage hiyo order ya
tunakupatia yote.
They paid a total of 1.3 billion for this building, and the person that had paid the money is actually the late brother, Ajit Kumar, and another late brother, Mr. Chandulal Shah. So there has been ukora which has been happening in this building. I've been fighting this case since 2023. Sorry, 2023, yes, that's correct. So until today, we managed to secure an order, which I will supply to you. The order reinstates me to take over the position. The order stops them from doing anything, eviction or anything or otherwise. So I've gone to Kilimani police station, I've gone to the county, I've already supplied them. So tomorrow at around 10 o'clock, the police have assured me that they will be here so that they can reinforce that, they can enforce that order. They did not want to do it now, as you can see it's 5 o'clock. So they decided to advise me that we can have this order executed tomorrow by 10 o'clock. So the total amount of money that I spent here once again is 1.3 billion, which is my hard-earned money spent on this building. And the reason, the gist of the matter, so that we are clear about this, the Indian man, they decided to swear affidavits by dead people. Even if you go to that specific court order, or the file 178, I'll give you all the orders you can read for yourselves. The people who signed that order, they are dead people. Ajit Kumar died in 2018 on 24th of April of 2017. I'm claiming the whole building. Yeah, do I look like I can claim only a small floor? That's not Chris Obure. For people who know Chris Obure, he's not the kind of a person that begs for anything. They call me controversial businessman, but I want to say here, I follow the law. And that's why I've been out for the last 2 months fighting this in court.
Kenya ni mathingatĩtwo kũnyihia ũrugarĩ wa ũteti bũrũri-inĩ muoroto-inĩ wa gũtigĩrĩra thirikari ya Kenya Kwanza nĩ ahota gũtungatĩra mũingĩ ĩtegũthagathagio. Nĩ rĩtana rĩikĩtio nĩ gĩkundi kĩa atumia gũkũ Nairobi makiuga ũrugarĩ wa ũteti bũrũri-inĩ nĩ ũrathingithia ona ũrũmwe wa bũrũri. Marĩtio hĩndĩ ya gĩikaro kĩao nyũmba-inĩ ya City Hall gũkũ Nairobi.
Siasa itire irakinya tobe tuiguanire ugu siasa itire turambiriria na siasa ni iguka na andu mamenye ho ona gikuyu kia Nairobi kirauga kiena Ruto mujeru wa Nairobi ena Ruto kabira ire ingi ciothe ciena Ruto tumo kabira na njira ndu itwage kuyo atiriri ngai wa muoyo nitutige kumenaga mundu to ni mukabira ingi no augire no mokamwe kwethanage guku twathanä two gä kå rä gethanä maita matatå å yå mwera magia nä kä ithuä twena bata na rais witå nä tondå nä tårona wä ra å rä a araruta mwana wa ciana citå nä irathi na mbere ca ĩno marathi kå hå ra niä ngoragwo Mamarusi hospital ta bodi å ngä å ka Mamarusi andå arä a mateithätio nä ca nä waingä koguo atiga kå hå rwo å kä rwo ca ndä raruta wä ra tondå no twende arwaru othe mateithätio nä ca moke meyarie rais e sawa athiä na mbere na Embakasi no athi tå rauga gå tirä må ndå å ngä niä nä nyonete Ruto thirikari ya Ruto etwambararĩtie ithuĩ nĩ ithuĩ twambĩrĩirie UDA tũrĩ coordinators ithuĩ nĩ ithuĩ twarejestire andũ twĩ coordinators na twarĩ ahunyũku mũno na rĩu nĩ mũragĩtuona ũrĩa tũrurĩte.
Kwa majina ni Winnie Atieno, chairlady Embakasi East. Na Kenya tunaweza sema kama Embakasi East na on behalf of all the women we support the president. The president has done so much for this country in that short period of time. You can see the other day the climate works, watu wa youth wamepata kazi na sijui hata ni nini mtu anafikiria ati anaweza mtoa kwa hiyo kiti, labda anaota sana kabisa.
Haya, acio metagwo Wamama na Ruto makiuga mao twabe tuikirie no nĩ ngũcokereria na mangĩ maingĩ.